everybody. Welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with Oberon, and me, Banshee, and it's me, Banshee, for my Material Matter segment, your weekly tarot keys to success in business, education, and finance. Welcome to the show. Well, got some interesting economic news to report, some more late-breaking than others. As we know, the UAW has settled. It seems that maybe some factories are rejecting the contract. I think it was either with GM or Stellantis. I'm not sure which. I don't know if it's going to be, turning into a major holdup or not. It looks like things are moving in a positive direction there. In another sign of a positive direction, it looks as though the actors have settled their strike and have a contract to vote on. I think this is very positive as well. Now, for the bad news, we're facing another government shutdown, which looks to me, at any rate, to be very, very likely. We'll see what happens this week, if it gets kicked down the road one more time or something else happens, but I suspect there could be a government shutdown coming. And in that regard, Moody's has downgraded the U.S. economy again, giving it a negative rating because of all the political unrest and disagreement, and inflation, other things. But political turmoil is a big part of it. Well, it is what it is, right? So let's get started. Let's get started with our oracle ahead. And rumor has it there's a new moon this week. So I decided to use the Moonology Manifestation Oracle for our card for the collective. We got new moon, but this is a full moon card. Full moon in Aquarius. This sounds familiar to me, like I might have had it before recently. And it is Be Real. I've always talking about being real, being your authentic self. I wonder if that's what full moon in Aquarius is about here. And here we are. Be real. Sometimes we pursue someone or something for all the wrong reasons. Our ego gets involved, and before we know it, we're driving ourselves crazy by chasing something that may not even be right for us. This card reminds you that sometimes you need to back off a little, worry less, and trust more. Life is about fun and laughter, but you'll take all the fun out of it if you spend too long in your head rather than in your heart. You might win, but it might not be a great victory. Release. It's kind of an interesting card. Manifesting balance. I'll have something to say about this. Find a balance between real and trying to please all of the people all of the time. Manifesting mindset. Life goes in cycles, and that's okay. The more you can accept that, the easier this phase will be for you. Your manifestation affirmation should be, the truth empowers me and sets me free. Well, this took a whole different approach to the real I was thinking about, and it said be real. But, we do often want someone or something for all the wrong reasons. It's true. I almost found this a little bit to be contradictory, like, okay, you may want something for the wrong reasons, but should you go for it anyway? Should you at least enjoy your life and try for the things that you desire? I wasn't exactly sure the message I should get from this card here, but what I would say is find the balance, go after things that, you want and desire. They may not be right for you, so long as it's not harmful. Why not, go for what you truly want in life? And, the card said you may win. Fact is, too, you may lose because it really wasn't meant for you. But this is how we learn. This is how we learn, how to go after things, what we should go after, what we should not, what our strengths are, what they are not. So be real in everything you pursue, and even if sometimes those things that you are pursuing are a little bit unrealistic for you. But as long as you realize that to some extent, you'll be ready for whatever outcome comes out of it. Hey, and in the material business world, we got to take chances, We got to go sometimes with what we feel and what we truly want. All right, and I left the card there. Caught it before we started, though, Mr. O. The brain cells kick in sometimes. All right, let's do some astrology for the week ahead, shall we? You know that this reading I'm doing for the elemental signs of the Zodiac today is good from November 12th. Happy birthday to my late father. To November 18th, which is happy birthday to Mr. O! Woohoo! We'll be doing some celebrating that day. And rumor has it, and now
it's also another celebration.
It's our anniversary, our 42nd.
That's right.
Woohoo!
Taking it to level 42.
Taking it to level 42. And rumor has it, and now that I'm putting it on video for all to see, that our son is supposed to be taking us out for a fabulous dinner that day. All right, so now he can't get out of it. But back to the astrology. The moon is traveling from November 12th when it is in Scorpio to Capricorn, transiting into Aquarius on Mr. O's birthday and our anniversary, November 18th. The new moon is coming. As a matter of fact, it's coming on Monday, November 13th. It will be in the sign of Scorpio. That's it. That's all the astrology for this week ahead. Nice quiet week there. Let's see if we can make it loud and financially abundant for the air signs in the week ahead. Aries, Gemini. Aries. Air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. That's what I meant to say. This reading is for you for the week ahead. Let's hope you have a good week, air signs. I'm rooting for you. All right, air signs. Your focus for the week ahead in the material world. Hey, it's Temperance reversed. Well, a rocky start. Maybe you're just a little unsettled starting this week off, air signs, You've had some kind of difficult readings after a good run. Maybe things are a little bit out of balance, and it's time to find that sweet middle ground again. Maybe it's time to try at least, especially if you're in money, into money making, to at least break even, in these turbulent times economically. Some things are up, some things are down. It's still very turbulent out there. So, and you might be picking that up. You might be stressing some things. Check in with your advisors, check in on your financials. Look at your bottom line. If you're in business for yourself, you're running a company, see where you can tighten things up if you have been losing money. Try to break even at the very least. It's nice to at least maintain balance, or at least a steady flow if you can't achieve, more profit. How best can you prepare for that focus? Sound advice here. Mr. Fool is reversed. And I would say, under the circumstances of all this upheaval and, potential imbalance, this is no time to play risky games. This is no time to, play with gambling with your stocks, gambling with your life savings, maybe taking on too much debt that you can't afford. This is a time to really, pull back and at the very least, if you are going to make some moves this week, make sure you research them well and you do things that you have a lot of faith will come out okay. Your good assurances will come out okay. Hey, this is a real tight reading in a way here. What about people this week? Will there be cooperation or conflict? It's the Ten of Pentacles. Another reason here, maybe for some of this imbalance and turbulence is, others aren't willing to lend you money at this time, or let's just say support you, provide support. Money may be hard to come by, and others right now may, in fact, be feeling the pinch. Perhaps your employees are concerned about profit margins right now as well, and what could happen to them if things don't improve, or that some how should I say, some stopgap measures aren't put into place. Yeah. So, will there be forward or backward movement or no movement at all for the air signs? It's the Knight of Pentacles reversed. Well, I see a couple of different things here. I haven't brought up anything about, people who may have been looking and seeking work and employment this week. It may very well be that a job you were counting on or depending on getting, they suddenly decide they can't fill the position. They need to hold back. Remember, I'm talking about the holdbacks here. So, there may be some reason this falls through for you due to financial reasons. It could also mean that it's possible that some of you who are applying for jobs may not be getting, the salary you were hoping from it. There may be some shortcomings here. It's making you think, should I do this? Should I not? And you're probably leaning towards not at this point. And for everybody else, with the way this has been heading here, it looks as though this is a time where you could lose some money if you're not careful. So it's really important that as we go back and look at this reading, you take the advice of those first two cards in particular. Okay, air signs. So let's take a look at this. Things are not balancing well right now. Your books may be out of balances. Finances, more might be going out that's coming in. There's something off, and it certainly can be causing some stress and anxiety that you don't need right now. So don't compound that by overreacting and maybe taking drastic risks or measures to try to counteract this. Sometimes it's better to go with the flow of things than to try something risky that could get you in deeper. So don't think about a bailout loan or something like that at this time. See if you can't tighten up a bit and weather this storm. People around you right now are not that willing to open their purse strings to you. So money might be hard to come by anyway, which is why I think, like I said, you need to hold tight this week and also look for ways that you can tighten things up. Because ultimately, there could be more money leaving by week's end, or you just don't feel, good about moving too swiftly forward at this time. And for you job seekers out there, I think you could see this too. You could be stressing right now this volatile market, and what is there the opportunities you're hoping for out there or not. Don't bank on any sudden things happening for you. You're going to have to really work hard and plan your course carefully to make something happen for you. Others right now may be holding back on hiring. I look at that Ten of Pentacles reverse there, and then I already told you what the outcome is for job seekers this week. There may be some delays and some holdups in getting, or maybe not as much of a payoff as you hoped from jobs you are applying for. Oh boy, air signs. Good luck with that, okay? Your best bet is to just go with the flow this week and monitor. Keep your eye on things. Well, fire signs. What should we keep our eye on in the week ahead? Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, this reading is for you for this next week and for me. Well, it's a repeat card and you get it first. And I could be wrong. It was you or somebody else had it first last week. It's the Fool reversed. So, right from the get go, fire signs, let's not jump off that cliff too soon. Let's not jump off that cliff without thinking about it first. You always have some unique ideas. You always want to get out there and try something new and forge ahead. But this is a time to, think about it. Think before you jump, because there could be some serious repercussions that you'll have to face later when things don't turn out the way you had hoped. Yeah. Well, they're both together again, which makes me wonder how well I shuffled, but maybe there's a reason. Every so often, there's patterns out there in society that, affect more of us than not. So, how best can you prepare for that focus? It's the Knight of Pentacles reversed. In this case and in this position, I would say don't let this drag you down, fire signs. This we hate it when we can't move forward and innovate. We hate it, but it's just not the right time. And so, don't let it drag you down to the point of, well, I can't do anything now. I'm just going to sit back. That was Sunny moving the camera. Switch back and what did I want to say? Doggone you, Sonny. You don't want to sit back and just allow things to happen around you. You want to take some charge and control, and you want to take your time. Like I said, this isn't saying full stop. This is saying deal with delays and setbacks and just the fact that it's not the right time to initiate anything new. To use that time constructively, catch up with a backlog of work, catch up with do some brainstorming with others, some visioning, do things that are more mentally stimulating than really active. Use the time constructively, though. Don't fall into a funk on us. Other people agree with me. Okay, I got the Queen of Pentacles up right here. See, they want you to think about ways that you can stimulate growth that aren't as risky. The Queen of Pentacles is a very grounded sort of person here, and she doesn't want to see you taking unnecessary risks at this time. She wants you to find things that are stable, secure, and things that you can rely on to invest in, or to maybe move a product that is going to generate money for you, say during this holiday season. Whatever the case may be, she wants you to play it smart and not play it risky. And that's others, around you right now and what they would like to see. So this is good for me. Ultimately, will there be forward or backward movement or no movement at all for you fire signs? It's the Page of Cups upright. What a nice ending. I like that. I do. Especially you started off kind of weak here and you ended much stronger. I'll say that. And the Page of Cups here is saying, joy is going to return by week's end because maybe taking some of the pressure off, and not doing anything that's too challenging or risky at this time will stimulate new ideas and new growth potential for you. And the Page of Cups at the end of the week is indicating, a lot of imagination, a lot of inspiration, a lot of joy coming out of visioning, again, dreaming about what could be possible, what is right and possible to do at this time, and then actually initiating and doing it. I think it's okay. Not a bad reading. I guess I'll recap real quickly. No risks, no risky behavior from you fire signs this week. Stick with the tried and true. Don't let it bring you down. Don't let it put a funk on you so much so that you can't use this time constructively to brainstorm or do some other things that could, help you get through kind of what's a sluggish week. Go with the tried and true. Go with things that work for you. Nurture, ideas from others. Accept what they have to offer. Other people want to see growth too, but they want it to be done safely, securely, and in a grounded fashion. Not like, oh, let's just throw this out there and see what sticks. That's not going to work this week. And ultimately, though, but use that imagination anyway to come up with fresh approaches to trying to, stimulate growth, especially now during the holiday season. Maybe there's different ways you'll be able to stimulate profit and growth for you during the month ahead. Hey, good luck with that, fire signs. Not bad, not bad. All right. Well, my friends, the water signs, you couldn't come soon enough. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, this reading is for you for the week ahead. Mr. O's birthday week, I'm sure he'll be listening as he keeps Sunny occupied over there. And out of trouble. Well, I want to see what that card is almost for some reason. And I'm going to do it. The Nine of Wands. Just going to say water signs as an extra for you. Be prepared for anything this week, okay? Be prepared for anything. All right. Before we do that, though, and lay out your cards, Bly has been protecting my afternoon coffee. Am I crazy having afternoon coffee? Probably. Will I regret it at 2 a.m. tonight when I'm wide awake? Probably. But you know what? It tastes pretty good right now. Mr. O made the coffee, as he always does. Okay. Okay, speaking of the tried and true, you start with the Hierophant, water signs. I like it. Well, this could be a week of learning. This could be a week of teaching. Maybe you have other things you need to share with your colleagues, your coworkers, from conferences you've attended. Maybe you'll be going into some training sessions this week. Maybe some of you who are lucky enough to obtain a new job are being trained, by others. Maybe you'll be assigned a mentor. This is all good. This is also good for students right now. Maybe it's a good idea to check in with your advisors, check in with your teachers if you're having problems. It's getting pretty late now in the semester, so if you're having problems, now's the time, maybe past time to start addressing them. There's help out there for you. How best can you prepare for that, focus, water signs? Hey, it's the Chariot upright, another major arcana, upright. Well, full steam ahead. I think that the best way to prepare for this is to, just dive right in, immerse yourself into this training, this work this week, whatever it is, this teaching of others. You have the ability here to really move something forward, whether it's your own personal growth and development or the personal growth and development of others. It's possible too, if I look at this on a financial level here, that this could be talking about, getting some sound financial advice that is going to really, what it might entail is you making some smart financial moves that you need to make at this time. That could be why the Chariot's here as far as money and finance goes. So what about people this week? Will there be cooperation or conflict? I like it. Not the best card in the world, but you know what? It's reversed. It's the Five of Pentacles. I think what it's saying is people are going to help you in some way recover or get better on your feet. Also, whatever is happening this week, like I especially see it for a lot of you water signs that might be new employees, and maybe even for those of you in school who might be having some difficulties, this will help you make you feel you belong. In other words, if you've been struggling in school and you've been worried about your progress, maybe some help from a teacher, an advisor, or student peers could help you feel like, what, regardless of what I'm facing right now, I really do belong here. This is where I'm at, and they will help me succeed. They will help me recover, from what it is I'm going through. And also, that holds true for every other scenario here. Whatever training, whatever skills you're learning, whatever skills you're sharing are either going to help you or others, do better and feel more a part of the process, which is good. So ultimately, will there be forward or backward movement or no movement at all for you this week? Well, there could be worse places to be than this. It's the Nine of Pentacles reversed. I don't always look at this as a very bad card. Some may say, oh, you might be losing finance, money, blah, blah, or you're just not feeling stable and secure. I do feel some of that is here in that, some of the turbulent financial things that are going on right now may have an impact on your progress this week. But I think, considering where all of this is, it's mostly about you wanting more. I think here this whole process of learning and teaching and moving ahead, trying to move things forward through that, making sure everybody is feeling a part of, that they're all in this together and that you can heal and recover or move to greater things just makes you want that. I think that desire now is there by week's end. So mission accomplished in a way, water signs. I don't think this is a bad progress at all, but keep in mind, to me, this is just a work in progress. I don't know that you will achieve any uber financial benefits by week's end, but what I think it's doing is setting the stage for, future growth. So I like it a lot. I think it's going to be a good week for you guys. Good luck with that. I don't know, I kind of recapped there. So we're moving on to the earth signs already. Hey, earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Let's see what you have this week. All right. It's a three-peat. And this time, it's upright again. It's the Fool. Crazy stuff. I have to look and see. No, it's a different second card this time. We'll get to that. Okay, earth signs. Hey, jump off that cliff this week. Take a risk or a chance, why don't you? No pain, no gain. Also, there's a lot of risk involved in the business world, in the stocks, in investing. It's a gamble. I mean, it's like the lottery in a way. You take your risks and your chances, and some of them can be quite costly. So, but the universe apparently says now is the time to strike. Now is the time to just throw yourself back and take a chance on something you never thought was possible. So you job seekers out there, go for that job, that you may only have been dreaming about. Why not give it a shot this week? What have you got to lose? How best can you prepare for that focus or signs? Well, okay. It's kind of funny to get this card right after the Fool, but we have the Lovers reversed. It's okay to take risks and challenges and gambles, but still, ultimately, you do have to be careful of the choices you make. Like, for example, the kind of risks and gambles that this card wants you to take here, the Fool, are not unethical. They're not under the table. They're not playing dirty, with anyone. This is about making ethical choices, appropriate choices for yourself. Everything above board. You don't want to make the wrong choices, because otherwise that good beginning or that interesting adventure you're on could turn into a catastrophe. What about people this week? Will there be cooperation or conflict? You got somebody in your court, maybe everybody. It's the Queen of Wands. Now, it's an interesting card in this position. I'd almost like to say that people are going to look at you as being that Queen of Wands, and that you're going to really be able to attract people to whatever this risk is you want to take. There are some people who are definitely all in, and as a matter of fact, they may want to actually take over here and take center stage. They're more than willing to lead this project for you. They're more than willing to push it forward. And you could have a benefactor out here. This might also be a good time for those of you entrepreneuring. If there's somebody who's very, very receptive to what you're doing and has the knowledge, talents, and skills to help you, why not form a partnership with this person? There may be some good partnering that could go on for you Earth signs in the week ahead. So ultimately, will there be forward or backward movement or no movement at all for you? Well, it's the Six of Cups upright. It's kind of interesting again, because, when you see the Fool and taking a calculated risk or something, you're always thinking about something new. So why am I getting the Six of Cups at the end that's saying you're going to go back to something from your past? It's possible that this new undertaking that you take may bring you back full circle to something else you used to do, if this makes sense at all. Or maybe someplace you used to invest your money. This might be, maybe the risk is about rekindling something, that worked in the past, but for whatever reasons, you had to abandon it. You had to let go of it. Let's say it's some stocks or bonds or you had to sell out, but maybe now is a time to reopen and revisit that, because maybe you could let, in this case, those good times roll again, huh? So let's take a look at this and see if we can make some sense of it. It looks as though the Fool wants you to take some risk, some gamble, some chance. Trust that the universe has your back, but even more importantly than that, trust yourself. Any risk or chance you take, if you go into it vulnerable and insecure and uncertain, that's kind of like a real major obstacle against you. How best should you prepare for that focus? Making sure everything you do is above board. You don't want anything to haunt you. You don't want to, leave any dangling legal papers you should have signed, forgotten about, or just ignored. You really got to make sure the choices that you make are on the up and up. And people around you are going to be attracted to this goal or project or this investment idea that you have. They may actually want to take the lead on it. It's possible too. I think you're definitely going to attract support. But it's interesting. I wonder, like I said, there's something to do with the past, Maybe this is something that will make people feel, maybe this is just saying that whatever you're doing here has the potential to make people feel good, feel good about themselves and maybe even get a little nostalgic. But beyond that, I think it also could be this risk is about restarting something you had tried once before. And maybe now the time is right and it'll work better for you. And you can let those good times roll once more. All right. Good luck with that, Earth signs. Hey, it's that time for me to mess up our calendar completely. Well, I just want to remind everybody that there is no longer a Weird Week show, so that is not on Mondays anymore. I just wanted to say that right at the beginning, so I will be bypassing Mondays for now. I do want to say, though, that on Sunday after my show is our live show, 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we'll answer any of your questions, and we will, like I said, get there early. We will do what we can. We give a nice long reading, but that's the problem. We can only fit so many people in, so get there early. Okay, and on Wednesday is Mr. O's Goth Tarot, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, where you can check in with your shadow side. And on Thursdays, another live show. Woohoo! 7 and 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll answer any question. It's good at practice to get there early. We've been a little quieter on Thursdays. We usually do around this time of year, but don't take it for granted. Try to get there early so you can get in and get a reading from us. And then, of course, on Friday, hey, it's time to check in with that heart. What's going on in the emotional side of life. Just check in with Mr. O at his emotional exchanges, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And happy hour is going to be incredibly happy next week. Why? Because it's our anniversary and Mr. O's birthday. Do join us. Come and wish us a happy, and get a happy reading from us. A single card positive message from Spirit, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time next Saturday. And finally, that's it. That's it. I have nothing more to add. Just come and join us. We love our chats. We have such a great audience. We love reading for you. Want you all to be successful as much as possible in this week ahead. Good luck, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.